Hey, what's going on, fellas? How are you doing? Antonelli here. Today, I'm answering some questions that I've received online, either through Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube. The question today was, what is the food like in professional baseball, both the minor leagues and the major leagues? And so we'll go over that a little bit. Depends on a couple things. For one, it's going to depend on what level you're at. So the lower the level in professional baseball, usually the worse the food. It's also going to depend a little bit on your clubby. So whoever your clubhouse manager is, I've played for a ton of different teams. Sometimes you get really good clubbies that put out some really good spreads, and in other places, not so much. So let me give you a couple examples of kind of what the food looks like coming up the ladder. When I was drafted, I was sent to short season A-ball. Our meals there were peanut butter and jelly sandwiches almost every single day. That was pretty much the spread. Most people won't believe that. I think most people think like professional baseball, you're getting fed filet mignons and all this stuff every game. Not the case. So that was a spread literally in short season A-ball. We didn't even eat after the games, but it was like before the game, after BP, finish BP up, you come in, you get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which I don't like. I'm probably one of the only people in the world that does not like peanut butter, so I hated peanut butter and jelly. That's all you'd get. You'd have the thing of bread out, you get your jelly and your peanut butter, you come in, make it, eat it, go back out, play the game. As you move up again, it gets a little bit better. So I got moved up to low A ball, and the spread was a little bit better. Nothing crazy, but at least we'd get like be some chips out there. You get like some Pringles, you get some different snacks, some cookies. Still nothing crazy. You really wouldn't get a meal. Again, it was usually after batting practice. You'd eat a little bit, and then you'd go out and play. Got to high A, same kind of thing. We ate a lot of peanut butter and jellies. I don't remember what they're called. They're like these little containers of noodles, not ramen noodles, but they were called something else. It's like a container about that big. Those would be out sometimes. I'd eat those. Mostly at those levels, again, I'm bringing in my own food. So I'm going to like Chipotle and bringing in a burrito to eat before the game. Or I had a really bad diet back then. I'd go to like Panda Express or something like that and bring my own food in. So food, again, not the best. Get to double A. Double A was where it kind of first changed over. So double A was where we would eat after games, and we'd eat some before games, and then you'd have a meal after the game. You'd actually get real food. So you'd get like chicken, or sometimes you get steak. You'd get like a macaroni and cheese. So you'd actually get meals. And the thing I should say is, as a player, you pay clubhouse dues. So depending on the level you're at, you're going to pay anywhere from like $9, $10, $11, $12, $13 a day, somewhere in that range, depending on level. And some of that money is going to go towards the food that you get. So as you get higher, you pay a little bit more money, you get a little bit better food. So that was kind of our double A spread. Triple A spread is for the minor leagues is the best out of all of them. Some of the food's going to be catered out, so you may get, it depends. Some nights you might get like Applebee's, you might get Applebee's, or you might get Chili's, or you might, a lot of chain places. Maybe if you have a really good Mexican place or something in town, they'll go there. And you're going to have a buffet style after the game. And before games, again, usually, when you get to that level, you'll have a little dining area where you'll have some snacks and stuff out there. You'll have some cereals where you can just kind of go in and pick a food. You'll have some fruits and vegetables. So the spread gets a lot better typically in AAA. And again, depends. When you go on the road, there's some places you go on the road in AAA, you'll get nothing. It'll be terrible. But you get some good clubbies, you go on the road to certain places, you may get amazing meals. So, and players they get an understanding of where the good places are and where the not so good places are. So you get excited when you're going on the road to some place where you're going to get fed like, a nice steak after the game or something like that. You get to the big leagues, everything changes. Your dues go way, way up. So I think it was like $50 a day, I think, in the major leagues for meal money. The major leagues is different. So if you're playing like a home game, like I could go into the clubhouse early and, we'd have people that would cook for us. So you could say like, could I grab, again, I have the worst diet in the world. I'd come in early and be like, hey, can I get a burger? and they would make you one. Like you could ask, there's not so much a menu, but you could ask for different things. Can I get a chicken sandwich or something like that? And they would make it for you. So you get more hot meals. You can kind of order a little bit how you want. They also, again, depending on the place, there's usually a really big dining area with tons of different foods. So the first time, like, you come up to the big leagues, I remember our first trip on the road, to a good place. First trip, I actually made my debut at Dodger Stadium. There, I don't think the food was okay there. It wasn't unbelievable. Um, but where do we go next? I think maybe Milwaukee. And you could like grab anything. There was like food everywhere. So I'm coming in, grabbing candy and all this stuff, bringing back to the hotel. So a lot better food, a lot more options. Also in the big leagues, sometimes what you'll have is, like when I was in the major leagues, like Brian Giles used to do like sushi nights some nights. So he would bring in like a sushi chef, and they'd come in and like have a ton of sushi. Sometimes you get like really big restaurants. They'd come in and like grill steaks for you and stuff like that. The other cool thing about spreads is when a major leaguer rehab. So like a major league, you've probably seen a major league get hurt, and they're like, oh, they have a rehab assignment in like high A ball or double A ball. Usually when they come down and play, they'll buy the spread for the team. So like, major leaguer comes down and he may bring in, if there's a great sushi restaurant in town, he may have this huge sushi spread, or again, it would be some place would come down and they would have a restaurant like an Outback Steakhouse. If it was close, they'd have them come in and bring in a ton of food, and then they pay for it. So guys always get excited when a major leaguer is coming down to rehab because they know they're going to get some good food for the next couple of days. So that's kind of how the food schedule works. It's usually not great until you get really high. Major league food is obviously really good. You're going to eat before the game. You're going to have to eat whenever you want. You can just come in and basically ask for food, and they're gonna make it for you. You're gonna pay a lot more for that. It's like $50 a day or something like that, but it's definitely worth it. If you're a guy that's just gonna get drafted and you're going to the bottom of the minor leagues, peanut butter and jellies. At least that's what it was when I played. I've been out of baseball now, playing professionally for 4 years, I think. Yeah, exactly 4 years. So maybe it's better now. I doubt it. So let me know if you have any more questions. I might start answering a bunch on here for you guys. Don't forget to check out our Instagram page, Antonelli Baseball, and our Twitter feed, Matt Antonelli 9. Check out the description box below where I put a bunch of links to training videos and also books I've been reading that I think you guys will find useful. Check out our website, AntonelliBaseball.com, to find out more about our teams and also how you can work with us. That's all I got. Wish you guys good luck. Thank you again for watching, and we'll talk to you later.